Hey guys, it's me here, Grim, and I got a few updates regarding my guitar. So if you guys don't know, I've been rebuilding this my old LTD M50 guitar for like the past few weeks now, and I've taken a break because I had assignments and I had a lot of things to finish. Career first. So I've done a lot of the math and judging from all the videos I've seen and all of this and testing out my original EMG 81 pickups, both 81 by the way, they seem to work with the new solderless system that EMG has already created, and I know that because I use my current guitar that I'm using is a Schecter Hellraiser Solo 6, and the pickups are the Zakk Wylde buzzsaw pickups. So yeah, buzzsaw pickups, not the bullseye one. Those limited edition versions, and basically I took out just one pickup that I could without removing the entire strings because I didn't want to restring everything, because the guitar that I'm using right now, the strings are very much okay. The tuner is auto trim, so it cuts as you go. Sometimes you kind of want to keep a little bit more of the strings, so just in case you kind of F up and then it pops out back, you can just put it back in and then just restring. So I usually do it all the way and then just restring all the way. It's thick, but then at least I'm sure that the thing won't cut, especially my E string. I think my E string suffers the most because that one, if I don't leave extra threading for it to go around the nut gula around the locking nut thing, I forgot what you call it, where you insert it, because it'll just cut, and if it's too loose the tension will just fling off because it's really thin. So I have to put more strings in it, more strings around it, so there's more coils. Yes, coils, that's what I meant. More coil around it. So yeah, going back to the whole guitar thing, is that the EMG pickups that I have, they work. Both of them work. I tested all in the bridge, but the idea is not the sound. I'm pretty sure it'll still work. It's just that when it comes to basically doing this, and this is where it's a bit of a struggle. It's when it comes to the actual wiring part, where I have to look at diagrams and figure out where it goes where it goes where, because I can buy the solderless system as it is, because they sell it in Singapore in this shop called Dave's Guitars. It's an amazing guitar shop. No sponsor, just check them out. Most of my favorite guitars, everything that I like, comes from there. I trust them a lot with even guitar repairs. But for this case, because I'm trying to save money, I kind of don't want to send this guitar in to them to repair. While I wish I would, because I was going to bring my camera and everything and just record what he's going to say in this one. But I did the math and I looked at not the science, but looked at the general where to place this, where to place that, and I come up with this fun conclusion that I do not need to send it in. In fact, if I take my time, I can, in fact, repair this guitar on my own. I just need to buy those humbucker brackets, the brackets where you can just screw it in so it sticks and you can increase the height. I forgot what they're called, but I know that they're brackets. Buy those, two of those. Everything that I've calculated so far costs about 197 Sing dollars, which is around 600 or less, give or take, ringgit, and it's all okay. It's just that I can't do anything now because I need to save up, and I got other priorities in terms of financial that I have to focus on. It's just when I got the money, I'm gonna move on to that, and also there's a surprise after that along with this guitar. So that's a lot of things I'm planning, and the reason why I'm repairing this guitar is because I'm calling it the Prodigal Son. That's the project. Name is just simply called the Prodigal Son because this is not one of my favorite guitars. This is my first guitars. It's not my favorite because I messed it up completely, but looking back at how I have this current guitar that has the thickest neck ever, I can't really I can play the guitar. It's just that as far as access goes, I kind of struggle to do a bit of licks and all this, and I'm practicing at the same time. So you can imagine practicing on a thick neck. I mean, it's good. You have to get used to it. But then the other LTD necks are thinner, so I like being able to move around faster. It's a faster neck, I would say. And I can't wait to repair this guitar because the guitar is fast. I've repainted it. I'll show you guys the process. It's I'm still figuring out whether I should put the gold stripes, which I wanted to, just gold stripes around the guitar to give it this caution sort of look, like this emergency. Well, I don't see a lot of that, but you get what I mean, the yellow black stripes. But inside is going to be golden stripe. It's like not vertical, but diagonal, just like that. Black, little black gold. But you guys will see the design. I was thinking of doing that, but I have to do a very clean mask. But after like, I think I'm going to leave it to 1 week of drying, just so that the paint sits and it doesn't peel off if I put the thing. Especially the fact that I have not actually decided to put lacquer yet, because I need the gold to dry, then I can put the lacquer. That way the lacquer doesn't mess up the gold finish, because it does a lot actually. I can't even touch the guitar. The body is okay. I fixed it. I've patched it up. I need to fill it wherever I filled it with the wood filler. So then all I have to do is retouch the neck and adjust the thrust rod, which I can do, by the way. I figured out how I can adjust the thrust rods by myself. Annotations and all that will come later, I guess. It'll come later. I just need to figure out exactly how I'm going to do all of that by myself, but I have to be super patient. So maybe one day I'll just focus on getting the pickups to work, another time getting the bridge, or maybe I get the bridges first, get the mechanical parts, the bridge, the tuners all done, then start with the pickups and the selector, changing up everything, and then from there I'll move on to restringing, and finally actually testing out the guitar and see if it works. And I'm pretty sure it works as all electronics, but I'm just hoping that I definitely know how I'm wiring this thing. I just have to look at the same diagram that my current guitar has set. I would need to use the volume and the tone knobs, which is cool. So yeah, that's about it as far as the update goes. This is a 7-minute video of me just ranting on, but I felt like sharing a bit of this would be cool, because it's a huge project for me. It's just bringing back a guitar that is basically sentimental to me, because I'm very sentimental as a person. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to show you guys the final product. See you.